I braced myself for the worst, but my child made me cry with pride instead. When my son Ethan turned 17, he started acting distant. He was always out with friends, and his grades were slipping. His room became a fortress of closed doors, and there were moments when I caught him texting under the table or quickly hiding something when I walked into the room. My ex-wife, always the more worried one, was certain something was wrong. She thought he was getting into trouble, maybe even dealing with alcohol or worse, but I couldn't bring myself to believe it, not my son. One night around midnight, I was sitting in the living room catching up on some work when I heard the garage door open. I peeked out from behind my computer, and sure enough, Ethan sneaked in through the back door. He was trying to be quiet, but his heavy footsteps gave him away. As soon as he saw me, he froze. And before I could say a word, my ex-wife stormed into the room, eyes full of fire. She'd been waiting for this moment, convinced that tonight was the night she'd catch him. "Where were you?" she demanded. "Do you think we're blind? Drugs? Alcohol?" I knew it. Ethan stood there, shifting uncomfortably, his hands trembling. "It's not what you think, Mom," he whispered, his voice barely audible. But she was already on a roll, her voice cutting through the tension. "Don't lie to me," she snapped, grabbing his backpack and throwing it on the floor. "Let's see what's in here." I'd spilled a jumble of notebooks and a couple of sketch pads. My ex-wife flipped open one of the notebooks, expecting to find something incriminating. But what she saw was nothing like what she expected. It was full of intricate sketches, blueprints, and designs for buildings. Ethan had been quietly working on architectural designs for months, something he'd kept hidden from us. He was applying for scholarships to top design schools, a dream he hadn't dared to share because he feared we'd push him into something more practical. When he finally spoke, it was almost a whisper. "I've been taking design classes after school, Dad. I didn't want to tell you until I was good enough." His voice broke, and I could see how much this meant to him. The next day, my ex-wife still wasn't convinced. She called the school counselor and demanded answers. The counselor called back later that afternoon, confirming there was no sign of any substance abuse. Instead, she told us that Ethan had been chosen for a prestigious national architecture competition. His mentor had been working with him in secret, afraid that he'd quit if we didn't believe in him. When Ethan came home that day, I walked him to the garage where I'd set up a little corner with a drafting table, a set of markers, and a few old architecture books I had lying around. "This is for you," I said, and he just stared at it, tears welling in his eyes. "You're not mad?" he asked. "Why would I be mad that you have a passion for something you love?" Months later, I watched him walk across the stage at a National Design Awards ceremony. When the judge asked who created the stunning cityscape designs that had earned him first place, Ethan stood tall, his voice clear and confident. "I did." He'd earned a scholarship to one of the most prestigious architecture schools in the country. His dream was now his reality.